Hello, and welcome to Slapstick's Big Night In. My name is Robert Ince. This is my bedroom that you can see behind me with all the chaos. The chaos is not set dressing. It is real. In fact, just before we started, just a moment ago, I found this. There we go. There's a dead wasp there. Just died, just gave up on the summer. But let's start off tonight with a song. It's always good, this showbiz. Start with a song, end with a song. Maybe. What we're going to start with tonight is from Tony Hawks, who has written so many wonderful. Of course, his first huge hit was with Morris Minor and the Majors with the stutter rap, and he went off and he recorded a song with Norman Wisdom as well. I think from Moldova, as far as I remember, to try and get number one there. I can't remember if he did get number one. If you've read the book, you all know. But here is Tony Hawks with his Lockdown song.
Slapstick's this incredible festival that takes place every year in Bristol, and it's a unique place for people to come and celebrate everything that is visual and silent comedy. It's the only one of its kind in the world, and it's growing and growing, but we do need your help.
If you witness the Bristol Comedy Festival, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you'll say, never again. Thank you to Tim Vine for that line. But it is, within its world, perfect.
I tell you, I've been going about 4 or 5 years, and it's got better and better and better, and this year's is going to be even better. So don't miss it.
Come and join us.
Welcome to people on the stage.
I was quite pleased with it.
Hello. Gosh, it's been a crazy year, hasn't it? I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you're bearing up. I was thinking it's been strange enough living through this year, but how much stranger is it going to be when we have to explain it in the future? Like, I was thinking, if I have grandchildren, what am I going to say to them about going through coronavirus? And I've cast my mind into the future, and I think I might say something like this to my grandchildren. What's that, little one? You want to know what it was like in 2020? Well, basically, at first we all thought we'd be fine if we carried a hanky and sang happy birthday while we washed our hands. But that turned out not to be enough, and we didn't know what else to do, so we all bought toilet paper until it ran out. And then we stayed at home and did quizzes on Zoom, except nobody asked the one question they really wanted to ask, which was, can I borrow some toilet paper? And then the paper shortage got even worse because we all started putting pictures of rainbows in our windows in case any passing doctors and nurses wanted to see a picture of a rainbow. And then on Thursday nights we started clapping out of our windows for the doctors and nurses who couldn't hear us because they were saving lives at hospitals or at home trying to get some sleep. After that we tried banging pans, setting off fireworks and making a nice old man walk round and round his garden until we all cried. And we thought we'd all be stuck inside forever, but then the government's chief advisor did a road trip with his symptomatic wife and child in the car. But that was fine because he was actually just a better parent than the rest of us, and also he couldn't see properly, which actually made it doubly fine. And then, after telling us to stay at home for months, the government told us that we were all lazy bones for working from home and to get back on the train to the office because Pret a Manger was in trouble. And while it was very important to keep Pret in business, it was less important to stop the entire arts sector going bust, even though everyone had spent the whole of lockdown staying sane by reading and watching stuff made by people in the arts sector. Instead, the government made extra sure to protect proper leisure industries like horse racing and grouse hunting. And then they said it was our patriotic duty to go to the pub and gave us Eat Out to Help Out, which was a name we all found really funny for reasons you'll find out when you're older. And then they decided to give the contract for testing us for the virus to a company that mostly does bin collections and a woman who'd failed to run a mobile phone company. And all the people who said it would lead to a second wave were told to stop being such scaredy cats. And then there was a second wave, which was apparently a massive surprise, so we weren't prepared for it. And it was all our fault anyway for going to the office and having half-price dinners and seeing our friends without even having the decency to shoot them. And for using up too many tests by selfishly getting sick. And so the government had enough of us carping on about it, so they decided to make us forget all about our silly little virus problem by bringing back Brexit and doing some crimes. And that, children, is why we live in a bin. A little glimpse of the future there for you. Hope that wasn't too depressing. Lots of love. Mwah.
Hello everyone, I'm Jo Brand, international supermodel, and you are watching some big slapstick comedy festival online, aren't you? And I'm supposed to be appealing to you as appealingly as possible to donate a bit of money, because they haven't got any at all really, because they get 80% of their dosh from live shows and they can't do them. So there you are. Will you please donate some money? That'd be lovely. My favourite slapstick is real life slapstick. Many years ago, a group of us wanted to be posh, so we went punting in Oxford. I think it was myself, Mark Lamar, Bill Bailey, and various other comedians you might not have heard of, because no one did. But they are all very funny and they're all still around. Anyway, yes, we went punting, and Mark Lamar got quite cross, and whilst he was getting cross, he made the boat wobble and fell out into the river, which was only about 3 foot deep, but he did have a white suit on, and he stood there in the water shouting at us all in a very cross way. It was extremely entertaining.
Hello, Richard Herring here, and I'm a big fan of Bristol Slapstick Festival and want to ask you to please support, and if you can donate, to Slapstick's big comedy night in, coming very soon. There's a lot of old performers who've come to the Bristol Slapstick Festival over the years, and a lot of old performances we've seen, but nothing as old as this guy. This is Ali, a ventriloquist dummy made by my great-granddad. Yes, I am. Hello there. Lovely to see you everyone at the Slapstick Festival. He can talk, apparently. Oh, I'm cheeky. He can talk without moving his mouth. Look, there's a 128-year-old joke there. Beat that, Bristol Slapstick Festival. You cannot, because I am best than you. So it's a fantastic festival, and we have to try and keep it going to help the old performers like this guy. Yeah, and the young ones, Richard. Well, I'm not so young anymore. You are compared to most of the old cronies here on this thing. All right, there's no need to be rude. Thank you very much, and I hope you will enjoy the brilliant Slapstick's Big Comedy Big Night In. I've added an extra big because it's so big. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm going to sing you a love song. I mean, all songs ultimately are about love, with the possible exception of Pinball Wizard. But this song is about love won and love lost in a library. Any librarians at home, make some noise. Actually don't, that's sort of, no, just keep it, there we go. One wet Wednesday afternoon, I saw my lending library lovely. Raven-haired, she stamped my Raymond Chandler, and my heart dissolved. So I stayed till closing time. I reckon that to make her mine, I'd have to woo her bookishly. I Danielle steeled my resolve. Oh, library lady, would you care to join me for a cup of T.S. Eliot, or perhaps a glass of Barbara Pimm's and lemonade? Harper Lee, she gazed at me, then locked the door. I took her Wilkie Collins in my hand, and we began to promenade. This was certainly a Mills and Boone. Had I been too Thomas Foolhardy, but she shared my feelings, I was pretty damn Bernard Shaw. So I told her how I felt, she dimmed the lights, I dropped my Orwells. She grasped me by the dictionary, we fell J.K. Rowling to the floor. But the library hall is no place to seduce, it's too Jane ostentatious. 'Twould be Rudyard Kipling there, we might get seen, Tom Clancy that. So we crept into the reference section out of view, and there I lay down with my library lady on the coconut mat. Oh, she said, this itchy floor is bound to give me a thesaurus. I built a bed of Mary Wesley's upon which we could uncoil, with a photocopier light on, for a pillow Michael Crichton. Tenderly she placed her hands upon my golden Doyle. She was Oscar Wilde in bed like a leaping salmon rusty headlong into passion. Personally, I was a bit too Jonathan Swift. I could have done with a hardback edition rather than my floppy old paperback Grisham, but I gave her the full Bronte and she didn't seem too miffed. But our affair, it never lasted. Something went Kingsley amiss. She found another lover with a larger print than mine. I was Graham Greene with envy, I was Somerset Maudlin. I felt empty, but my Philip Roth soon passed. One day I'll cease this futile crying. Now I stand here feeling sorry, grasping my Daphne du Maurier, a dewy decimal teardrop on my cheek once more. And occasionally I reminisce, and an Evelyn Waugh escapes my lips, remembering my Dickens on the lending library floor.
Oh no, what's this? From Chris Daniels, not him again. Read Slapstick's Big Comedy Night In. Hi Jack, I hope you are well. I wondered if there would be any chance of getting you to film a message in support of Slapstick. Oh fuck. It's called Slapstick's Big Comedy Night In, blah 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 blah, and will be hosted by Robin Ince. Christ, why is it always him? Why can't I host it and Robin Ince send in a poxy half-assed video? No doubt he'll do it really well and get all the credit, with everyone saying, "Oh, thank you Robin, you're so great and funny Robin. Shame Jack D couldn't be bothered to do anything." Feature a series of messages, jokes, stories, songs and appeals from friends of Slapstick, which of course, Jack, we count you very much as being. Content is up to you. Tony Hawk's is doing a brilliant song. Is he? I think we'll be the judge of that. Stephen Fry tells a story and a joke and then makes an appeal. Obviously that'll be brilliant, so no pressure. And Matt Lucas does a slapstick moment for us. Well, that'll top everyone, won't it? Bloody show-off. But you could simply say why you think we're worth saving and ask them to donate if they can. With best wishes, Chris. Oh, bollocks. I suppose I'll have to send something in. I don't want people to think I don't care.
Right. Oh, okay. That's not what I thought it was going to be.
What about that? Laurel and Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a wonderful audience. Time is against us. We haven't even got time for a custard pie in the face. So... We've run out of time, Barry, sorry. We've got to... let's just... This was 250 quid, sunshine. Before we... Don't you dare. Before we go, I'd just like to thank Barry Cry, who's got lost, unfortunately, in the building. And he's... Go on there, but watch the nose. That is frozen, and that's a big nose.
Right,
yeah?
okay.
I don't want it flattened.
Are you ready?
Softly now. That'll do. And that's your fault! Barry Cry, ladies and gentlemen! Hello, Lee Mack here, and Hugh Dennis.
A metre away.
A metre
Over
away.
a metre away. 2 metres
On
away.
set of Not Going Out, and we want to say that we hope you can support the Slapstick Festival, which is
important.
very important.
It's really important.
You like a bit of slapstick, don't you, Hugh?
I love a bit
Go
of
on,
slapstick.
do something now. Look at that. No safety cushion. Just went straight over.
I've done the Slapstick Comedy Festival. I did an evening of Laurel and Hardy, and I absolutely loved it. And it's, all joking apart, it's in dire trouble and desperately needs some help. So please donate with this particular line that I couldn't remember that Hugh's now going to say.
Please donate.
That was it, wasn't it? It was
It's the big Slapstick Comedy Night In.
Yes.
You've got to remember that.
Robin Ince is hosting.
Oh, Robin Ince is hosting.
Robin Ince is hosting. Too many.
Please donate.
Yes, donate. And after Robin's expenses, which will be maximum 95%, the rest will go to the fund. I'm joking, it's all going, so please donate. You'll be donating, won't you?
We'll be donating.
Not just our time, we're actually giving hard cash. Do you need us back on set? Yes, please. She needs us back on set, and she's in charge. Bye!
Hello everyone, I'm David Mitchell, and I was instructed to do this video in landscape format, and it may surprise you to learn that I actually am, because I'm currently standing on a wall and my body is parallel to the ground. Yes, I thought that as this is for the Slapstick Festival, it would be a perfect opportunity to show off some of my underrated physical skills as a performer. And I'm very good at standing on a wall, almost too good, you might say, as I can even make my hair look normal, no longer obeys gravity normally. Same with this glass of water. So in a sense it's comedically useless. It just looks like I'm standing on the ground, but no one else can do it, and thought I'd show it off here. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying the Slapstick Big Comedy Night In. Give generously to the Slapstick Festival. Let it never be said that people will fall over and others will not laugh.
Hello, I'm Rob Brydon. Canal holidays have never been more popular. Here in the south of France, for example, British holidaymakers come in their thousands every year to enjoy the peace and tranquility of the French canal system, like this one, the Canal du Midi. Interestingly, oh shit, no, this is the wrong, this is the slapstick. Oh God, I can't be asked to do it again, sorry.
Hello, people of various descriptions. This is Stephen here. Now, I've been asked by my friends at Slapstick to tick off various requests on a list, and I'm pretty hopeless at this kind of thing. Well, the first thing to tell you about is the Slapstick Festival, if you don't already know about it. Maybe you're a friend of it, maybe you've been to one or two of the events. I've had the good fortune of being present at a few, and it is one of the great celebrations of comedy that we have in this country. But of course it's desperately under threat, as all live entertainment is, because of the COVID crisis. You hardly need me to tell you that, but you might need me to urge you to see if you can be generous and help support it, so that there will in 2021 be a Slapstick Festival. Wouldn't that be a great thing? Now, the name of the event, of course, is Slapstick's Big Night In, that is going to raise money for the future of the festival. Donate if you can, and yes, I've said that. Shut up, Stephen, come on. Now, there are the other points. One, okay, and a joke. Well, it's a sad reflection rather than a joke. Did you know that 6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy?
Hi, Graeme Garden here, broadcasting responsibly. But I felt I had to do my bit to help my favourite event, the Bristol Slapstick Festival, to survive during these strange days. So I thought I'd give the old vocal cords some exercise and treat you to my range of impressions. I've been working on them for a while, and this just seemed to be the right time to try them out. So, will you welcome to the stage none other than a well-known president?
They say I'm the most popular president in the history of the Republican Party. You see the same polls as I do. A number that is hard to believe, considering I never get fair press or good press. How do I have these numbers when I get bad press?
And who better to follow a well-known president than a well-known prime minister?
What people listen to are short Anglo-Saxon words that readily correspond to some object in the universe that they can identify. So, in other words, talk simply, use plain English.
Yes, keep it simple was the message there, I think. Now, we all love the movies, and stars don't come much bigger than my next guest.
I have an idea. Certainly I'm not boxing, unless I'm fighting arthritis. But then again, you have to think about, is the pleasure worth the pain? In other words, it takes so long to develop those films. It takes 6 months of just working on the choreography.
Yes, the unmistakable tones of him. Well, at least he wasn't talking about his sex life, unlike that scamp Graham Norton.
Well, it's fun. I think one of the things about doing it once a week is I still enjoy it. You know, I think if it's that grind of doing it 5 nights a week, it doesn't matter who you go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. You're just like, ugh.
But no lineup of the great and the good would be complete without the inimitable Nelson Mandela.
Many a politician escapes censure by using words they feel confident the public won't understand. There was a senator from Wisconsin called Alexander Wiley who served in the Senate. He once described someone as young, vigorous, and full of spitzerinctum. I have no idea who he was talking about, but I would guess nobody cared once he had uttered the word spitzerinctum.
Time for a big finish, so eat your heart out, Rob Brydon. We're having a rousing chorus of Delilah, and guess who's singing it?
A long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says.
Thank you, Tom. And this is the real me. Thank you for supporting the Slapstick Festival, and I hope to see you all there before too long. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hello, it's TV's Matt Lucas here. You remember me from when you were little. I am supporting the Slapstick Festival. And you, oh! Dropped my phone there in a hilarious moment of slapstick.
Oh, hi everyone, it's Harry Hill here with the special appeal for the Bristol Slapstick Festival. Yeah, with the pandemic, my hair grew back. So that's nice. Nice to be here actually doing a gig. I mean, I haven't done a proper gig for so long. You know, I've been doing quite a lot of gigs on my phone, so I've got quite good at that. But, and I've even done a few of these driving gigs. You know, where you yeah, all right, thank you. Yes, this one that's followed me home. Yeah, all right, you got your money back, didn't you? Apologies for that. And of course, like everyone else, I've been marvelling at nature, the way it's recovered. In fact, in this garden here, we've got a very rare colony of bats have moved back in. See if we listen, you never know, we might be able to hear them. Can you just hear? No, well, they tend to prefer to come out at night. It's got my face! It's got my face! Listen, now I've done a lot of appeals as well. Yeah, a lot of appeals, doing 3 or 4 a day now, but even I couldn't save Debenhams. But of course the purpose of this is an appeal on behalf of the Bristol Slapstick Festival, who have been struggling well, they struggle every year, to be honest. I mean, guys, take a hint, but particularly with the pandemic. So I would just like to say, please give some money to the Bristol Slapstick Festival. Whatever you can spare, please, I beg you. Please, whatever you can spare.
Every time I want to film something, the flipping crows kick off. Right. Hello, Tim Vine here, talking to you all at the Slapstick Comedy Festival. You know, I always think slapstick gets the better of comedians, but it's not going to get the better of me. Today, I cock a snook at slapstick. Oh, what's that down there? You're ruining it. It's a looks a banana skin. Huh?
thumb. Oh, a glass of water. Oh, is it going to go in my face? Oh, is it going to go in my face? Is it? No. The other hand. Other hand. And the extra. Didn't want to get my trousers wet. Goodbye, everyone. Cue crows. Oh yeah, now it doesn't happen, does it?
Hi, you're looking at me and you're thinking, what has slapstick got to do with Jurgen Klopp? Well, let me tell you, it's not Jurgen, it's me, Stephen Merchant, Bristol lad, through and through. How's it going? Hope you and your loved ones are doing okay, staying healthy. Hope you're maintaining your social distancing. That's important. I'll tell you who I feel sorry for with all this social distancing. The pickpockets. How are they coping? That's quite tricky to do from 2 meters away. Let's hope they're doing okay. You know, they've all got families to feed. So why am I here on Slapstick's big comedy night in? Well, every year I go to the Slapstick Comedy Festival with my dad, Ron. We always have a great time, and it's a real bonding experience for us because slapstick, in a way, was introduced to me by my dad when I was young. When my sister and I were kids, my dad was always looking for ways to entertain us that didn't cost a lot of money. I wouldn't say my dad was careful with money. What's the word I would use? I would use stingy, skinflint, cheapskate, penny pinching, mean, miserly. Miserly is the word I would use for my dad. For instance, I remember when we were kids, my sister said to him, why is it that all the other kids get £1 from the tooth fairy, but I only get 10p? And I remember my dad looked at my mum and said, well, because all the other tooth fairies have wives that work. So that's the kind of guy you're dealing with. And he was always looking for cost-effective ways to entertain us, particularly in the summer holidays. Instead of spending money taking us to, bowling or the ice rink or the cinema or to buy us shoes, he was looking for cheap ways to entertain us. And BBC Two was his answer. In those days they would always show lots of old movies, and particularly a lot of old black and white slapstick. Charlie Chaplin, Harold Lloyd, Buster Keaton, and my favourites, Laurel and Hardy. So that was really the thing which kind of was very formative to me in the summer holidays growing up. We never really went outdoors, we didn't climb trees, we just stayed in and watched slapstick, which is why the Slapstick Festival in Bristol is so important to me, because I go every year. It takes me back to those days. I always go with Ron, he always comes with me, my dad. And so I'm obviously very worried, like a lot of people, that because of the situation we're in, the Slapstick Festival is struggling a little to stay afloat with the money that it needs to organise the festival. And so I know that everybody is struggling at the moment, but if it is at all possible for you to put your hand in your pocket, or someone else's if you're a pickpocket, and offer a little contribution to the Slapstick Festival, I know I would be very happy. I know my dad would be very pleased. I mean, this is how serious it's getting. Even my dad is considering donating. So, we're in some pretty serious waters here. So if you can help, then I would very much appreciate it. And thank you. I love you. God bless. Good night. Or good day, depending on what time this is on or that you're watching it.